Nobody Else Make Me Feel Like You was the song. So I feel like that's giving me an idea of what this reading's going to be about. Nobody else makes me feel like you. Alright, YouTube, let's get into it. Let's see what the energy is around you today. Not just today, just in general, the energy around you. What is it that this collective needs to hear today? I had another one that I put on my TikTok that I did in my car today that was, this must be relevant to you as well if I'm wanting to bring it up, but if you heard about someone else you're close to, that their person has moved on to someone else, if you've just heard something about someone else's love story and it's triggering you and worrying you that it's that means that your love story has come to an end, or that it means that you've been delusional about your person coming back because you've heard news of someone else's person moving on. So you're applying it to you even though it's not your story. If you understand what I'm saying, maybe go watch that TikTok reading, but it's not your story, it's someone else's. Water sign, and that water sign came out a lot, so this could be connected. There was a lot of cups in that reading, and it had the King and the Queen of Cups, so you and your person may be water signs, or it's just heavily in your chart, or this is just you're very in your emotions right now. But they're saying give it time. Everything in divine time. Let things flow. So someone else's love story is not yours. It's kind of like that generalization when if they wanted to, they would, or any kind of dating advice that you see online these days, it's very generalized, but individually, we're all complicated people with our own stories, our own traumas, our own baggage. There are the reasons why someone doesn't reach out, or if there's history there with this person and they're afraid of being rejected by you, so they'd rather stay in the shadows. There are so many things that cause someone to not reach out. It's not as simple as these dating coaches make it out to be, but give it time, let things flow. This, if it's meant for you, it will not pass you by. Don't pause your life waiting for it in the meantime. Air sign, so very in your head. Air signs are swords in tarot, so this is a combination of the emotions that you're feeling are causing you to like a mental prison for you. Because you're feeling these feelings, it's then causing you to overthink and get stuck in your mind. But you could also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. One more, please. Health issues. So for that to come out after air sign too, this is a mental health thing. Look after your mental health. Even if this message is getting you when you needed to see it, to remind yourself that these are just feelings, that this feeling of like you're going to spiral because, oh my God, what if my person's moved on and they're not coming back? All those racing thoughts that you start having, catch it, breathe, and just remind yourself that your story is your own and that everything's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. Beautiful. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. And that's to confirm, give it time, let things flow, trust in divine timing. This is going to come back around. You just need to trust in the universe, trust in your team, trust that you wouldn't want someone to come back if they're still in their old behaviors anyway, because if they knocked on your door right now and they were still the same person they were before, it wouldn't last a week and you'd be in pain again. So wouldn't you rather give it time, let things flow, let the divine handle it, so that you both can level up and meet each other in the right place? They will be back, you just need to trust. Don't pause your life waiting for it, because you could be missing crucial lessons that you're supposed to be learning for your own growth so that you two can realign. You have to keep living and learning just like they need to learn and live, so that you then can realign, because there's things that you had to learn in the separation. Date night, water sign. Get ready to be wined and dined. Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. So you don't need to spiral. Catch that feeling and try to find center. All right, so let's see what's coming. Let's do the month ahead. Month ahead, please. So today's Sunday, the 13th of July. The month ahead for this collective, please. I want to get a divine duel for you, actually. The Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Karmic relationship. So you might have even been feeling like this person that you feel connected to, that you're hoping is going to come back. You might have even started getting into the state of going, maybe this was a karmic, maybe maybe I'm trauma bonded to this person and they actually are a narcissist, or they're just in general, they don't have to be a narcissist, but just very self-absorbed. And why do I want someone back that's hurt me so badly? Maybe this was a karmic relationship, not a twin relationship. But it's also about letting go and loving you. So maybe this is a turning point for you, where if you're being triggered by someone else's love story, that maybe maybe this is the lesson that you're needing to learn right now, to center yourself and to also remember that life goes on and you need to keep living your life. If you create your own stagnancy, then you're not going to learn the lessons you need to learn so that you can both realign. But I think over this next, like your month ahead, I think you're really going to, there's things that is going to make you question whether this is actually your person, whether they did just love bomb you, especially if you felt kind of strung along by this person. And that would build a lot of resentment. So there's also a period of time where you're going to feel a lot of anger. And that's righteous anger. You need to feel it so that you can then let it go. Don't push it away. But kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. And this could also be you going over the fact that you really fell hard for this person, and then you're wondering, are they a karmic? But not enough. So I think this person, even if you think that they were love bombing you, that they're a narcissist, that they're self-absorbed, it all comes from insecurities, from feeling not enough. So even if on the surface they look like they were really full of themselves and thought there was nothing wrong with them, they were in fact acting out of insecurities, had a lack of confidence, and self-sabotage this with you because of fear and ego issues. But a snake, so even a karmic relationship that was in this person's life, that was really a snake in the grass that affected this relationship too, especially if it was someone close to your person, competition, enemy, clever. Immediately I thought enemy masquerading as friend, the other woman, look over your shoulder, someone that was envious of your person, and your person couldn't see through that. they couldn't see that this person they were close to was actually envious and had a big part to play in by planting little seeds in their mind to leave you, for instance. But there's a snake here. Okay, so kisses. But there's something about, because this is your month ahead, so there's something about this karmic relationship with a snake that is coming to light over the next 4 weeks. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle. So this might be your person coming back around, especially if this karmic lesson needed to be learned in regards to whoever this snake is. But new phase, it's at the moment you're perhaps being prepared for a new phase in this relationship to rekindle it. Renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. With boat on the bottom, receiving what you need. So this person might be coming around as well to explain this stuff that's been happening in the background that you don't know about. Progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. This person, I think, is having a change of mind because they're seeing through some other relationships in their life right now. All right, so I want to get a divine door for you. What message do you need to hear right now? What divine door do you need today? Healing, heart healing. Perfect. Morning now has had its time. It's time to let go of the grief of losing this person. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. So you have been healing your heart. You have been in pain over this situation and this person. But that mourning period, I'm not saying you should be over it by now. Like, let it go already. What I'm saying is that deep grief where it's like you can't eat, you can't sleep, you call in sick to work, all that stuff, that part of it is over now. It's like time to rejoin the world and also let things flow. Let this come in when it's supposed to come in, because not only are you ready, but they're ready. Because if you do want this person back, you do want it to work out, then you don't want it to implode again. And that would be, what happens if you come back together before it's time. So they're keeping you apart for a reason. Right. Actually, I want to get a spirit animal to see how this person that's on your mind views you. One, how you view them and how they view you. That's to me. But fox, so again, you might see them as very sneaky, deceitful, especially with that narcissist card. All right, so how do you see your person? The Phoenix, that's good, and the Lion. So this person might be a fire sign. Look at all that orange and red and yellow. Divine Masculine. And it's on the bottom too with that cheetah. Lots of orange and red and yellow. I said this yesterday. The bottom chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus are we have all of it that we need to balance out. But the feminine is ruled more by the top chakras, like the unseen, and the masculine is ruled more by the lower chakras. So they have to do a lot of work on these lower chakras, clearing those chakras to balance themselves out. But as well, I just heard Phoenix rising from the ashes. And I just heard the Lion King with that lion. You know how Simba runs away because he thinks what happened to his father is his fault, or he blames himself in some way, shape or form for what happened. And then it takes Nala, if you want to look at that as a twin flame journey, Nala is the divine feminine, and she goes and finds him and convinces him to come back. And then because he comes back and he sees things from a different perspective, and he's learnt that Scar was actually the snake. Remember that other deck, the snake? He realizes how he was manipulated in the situation and how he has been carrying this burden his whole life that was never his to carry. And from that knowledge, he rises from the ashes and becomes king. The phoenix rising from the ashes. That's really nice. I'm just going to get, before I get how they see you, I want to read these. Hang on. This is beautiful. The phoenix, freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. So I think whether your person's aware of it or not, especially if they've had a lot of childhood trauma that they've been surrounded by, they've been carrying burdens that were never theirs to carry and blaming themselves for, say, shitty parenting when it was never their fault. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. And as well with this person, if say this has been a very long separation with your person, they were more comfortable living in long suffering without you than making any kind of moves to change themselves and any moves to actually come back towards you. They were more willing to sit in long suffering instead. The essence of the we take a stand and decide to live consciously. So I think this person may be about to take a stand. To live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. So again, it's like those knee-jerk reactions when you're triggered. Those triggers were formed by trauma, and instead of that switch going off in your brain where you automatically react out of that trigger, being more conscious about your choices and your decisions, how you speak, how you act, instead of letting those triggers just bring out the worst in you. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. So not just the things that have happened to them, but the things that they've done in their life that weren't great, especially if they were prone to burning bridges or letting their rage get the better of them. The stuckness and dead weight, that snake, fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. That epiphany, oh my God, this is my person. I need to go towards them, and I need to get rid of this dead weight that I've been carrying all these years. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. The phoenix and the first chakra, the root. The ancient yogis believe that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is called the Muladhara, or our root. The root chakra is the red chakra, and that is where you hold a lot of your childhood trauma and past life trauma and karma. How they say you pass trauma through generations and even traditions. Cultural traditions is just repeated trauma passed down through the womb from generation to generation. They're a cycle breaker. They chose this lifetime to be the cycle breaker, change that pattern. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ashes towards the navel center. Again and again, it makes this journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. So they're burning away all these lifetimes of karma, working their way up those first three chakras. This is the divine masculine. This is what they're clearing right now. The lion. All right, let's find the lion. All right, where's the lion? The cheetah. Here we go, lion. Patient, regal, a complete master. So if they're burning through this life's karma and past life karmas and generational traumas, they're mastering their emotions, mastering the fire within them. It's not that having fire is a bad thing. It's not. Passion, desire, they're not inherently bad things, but it's mastering them so they don't control you. The lion is the master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. They're having self-realizations. I think they're going through a big awakening right now, and this is great. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth, being the cycle breaker, doing things differently, breaking free from tradition. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others, especially those that have repeated the generational trauma, or they don't want to do the work because it's painful, it's hard, but someone's got to do it. And when it's your person that's doing it, family and friends around them that aren't ready to do that or want to turn a blind eye to it and continue those traditions, will be rubbed the wrong way seeing your person doing it differently, and they will constantly be this energy of trying to pull your person back into the fold. But they're stronger than that. Some mistake the lion as hard to access because they want different or aloof. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendship. For you to see this is how you see your person. This is beautiful. And I'm even hearing this is the energy they're in right now. So you might not even see this. You might have just always seen this as their potential, that they could burn away the way they've lived their life up until now. They can burn away the generational trauma, the traditions, living the way that their family, living, just doing things the way it's always been done and not challenging that. You saw this in them. And I believe that this is them. They are the phoenix, they are the lion, they are that divine masculine. Very nice. All right. So how does this person view you? That is very nice. I'm like really impressed by that. Oh, they see you as the mouse. The raccoon on the bottom. All right, let me find them up. Now, the way you see them is beautiful. The potential you see in them is beautiful. The mouse isn't necessarily bad. They're very detail orientated, but they're kind of a nervous personality. They're a bit nitpicky and sometimes small-minded, which isn't the best for them to see you that way, especially when you view them this way as the phoenix and the lion. If you were that nitpicky and small-minded, you wouldn't see your person as having all this potential to be this great lion, this great leader. But I think they see you this way because where they see you as nitpicky and small-minded or like critical of them, it's because you saw this potential in them and you didn't want to settle for less, as in you didn't want them to settle for less. You know that they can be better and that they're destined for so much greater than what they were doing when you met them. I think you saw them as keeping themselves small and you wanted more for them, so you pushed them to grow, and they were taking that as criticism because they think, because the people around them, like family and friends, didn't criticize them to that degree because they weren't ever trying to push your person to grow and be different and break the cycle. They thought that you were negative. But it wasn't that you were negative, it's that you saw how great your person could be. And still see them that way. So for them to still see you like this, it means that they're still blinded to how much love you had for this person, the fact that you were trying to push them to grow, that they can be better than the people that they surround themselves with. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organising and scrutinising. There you go. And they also might have seen you as like always trying to fix them, and that irritated them, but it's because, again, you saw their potential. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When in balance, organised, resourceful and prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose, to bring into balance a meaningful project. For them to see you this way, I think that they haven't yet turned a corner where they're seeing the value of you pushing them, of wanting more from them, because you knew that they could give more, they could be more. You might have even said to them, you're better than this, you're better than these people that you're lowering yourself to be around. And not in a snobby way, but because you can see so much greatness in your person and you know how great they can be. And when you would say that to them, they knew that you loved them and encouraged them, but when it wasn't phrased in that way and it just felt like you were finding everything wrong with them and criticizing, they just thought that you were looking at them, that this broken person that needed to be fixed, and their ego did not like that. I want to get one more for that because but you got the eagle. Okay. Which is funny because the eagle would take the mouse, wouldn't it? So it's almost like that this is the past version they see of you, and this is the way they see you now. Because the eagle swoops down and takes the mouse and eats it, doesn't it? That's the predator and that's the prey. So maybe as well they even saw you as someone that was easily manipulated, easily... especially if they saw you as timid and very unsure of yourself as well. So it might have been like they felt like they needed to protect you all the time because you would have been easily swooped by other people. Oh, the otter, very cute. All right, let's find the eagle. Okay, so they see you as the eagle, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. So when they've got to burn karma, you transmute it. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. So they see you as this big, beautiful light that helps burn away the karma. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. You got water and air, but air is important here. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. So they also believed that you had karma to burn away so that you could transform. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. So they always saw potential in you too, knew that you were a strong person, but for whatever reason, you were timid and nervous all the time. When in balance, bright, radiant challenges. So you challenge them to grow, but they see you as bright and beautiful and radiant. It's always you. By Ali Ghadi. It's always you. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. But when out of balance, they're controlling. So that mouse energy. So for this to be how they view you, I think it's nice because yes, there's challenges here about being more inclined towards a critical nature, and that rubs them the wrong way. But at the same time, they do view that as you challenge them to be a better person, and they know that that's for their best interests. It's not that you're critical because you're just negative and they can't do anything right. They would have felt that way sometimes, or a lot of times, but they also, overall, when they're in balance, they know it's coming from a place of care and love, that you have their welfare, their best interests at heart, that you know that they can be so much better than that they're playing it small, and they know that you want more for them. But for them to see you as the eagle as well, they think that you shine bright, that you're this big, beautiful light in their life. And that's nice. You challenge them, but they see you as radiant. I just want to get otter, because otter's water as well. And I said the other day, I've been getting a lot of fire and water pairings. Okay, otter. Hang on, let me find this page. Oh, see, this is nice. The otter's beautiful. So yeah, I know it wasn't the best start getting mouse at the beginning, but I think that the way they see you isn't, I don't think them seeing you as the mouse isn't inherently bad. I think that it's just kind of a reflection of part of why they let their ego get the best of them, because they just felt like nothing they could do was right. But at the same time, they knew deep down that the reason you criticize is because you wanted more out of them. You knew they could be more. But the otter is unobstructed joy. Again, radiance. They see you as just this beautiful, joyful person. You're not, and maybe they've seen a transformation in you, because the eagle was about transformation too. But playfulness, contentment. It might even be like, you might say, for instance, you like the finer things in life, but you're also so happy and content with what you do have, because you know at the end of the day that you really get joy from the people that you surround yourself with, and just those little moments where you can just live in the moment, and be spontaneous. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. You're their bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. So I think that they've seen a change in you. To go from a mouse that's nitpicky to not having doubt or worry, or being skeptical of everything. Imagine yourself, although I'm seeing someone that views you as you're very trusting and you always took everything at face value, and they were the distrustful ones because they assumed everyone was not trustworthy. But you were more like, it's almost like a bit of a space cadet. Like, you just believe everything everyone tells you, and everything's happy, and they just look at you like, what? What would, imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. They might have even said to you, you're so innocent, or that even when they were mad at you, they might be like, what, called you stupid or said that you're too naive, because their outlook of the world was more, in their mind, realistic, and so they would criticize your more childlike nature and considered you to be very naive. But yeah, I think that's nice. When in balance, full of love, needs nothing. When out of balance, gloomy, sighs and makes silly excuses. To bring into balance, dance party, or celebration. That's nice. All right, so that's how you view each other. What do your angels want you to know about this connection, please? What's the advice here? Mirrors, number 3. I've watched you change and grow. See, so they have seen you transform. I've watched you change and grow so much, from the mouse to the eagle. Big transformation. You've gone from being the prey to being the predator. I'm trying to release my attachment to identity so I can change too. So I think they're going through a phoenix period. That's good. Number 6, patterns. We project our patterns onto each other, and this makes it difficult to see what is real and what is fear-based thinking. Number 10, communication. I watch you on social media. There you go. I've watched you change and grow so much to I watch you on social media. So this person has definitely seen a transformation in you, and they see you as this big bright light. And they would have before too, but obviously things ended up happening that it all just became too much and it had to end. But they have seen your light come back, your spark come back. I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close to you and finding out more about you. So they could even be learning from you. You're like a muse. So they're learning these things from you, and it's helping them in their phoenix, in their transition mode, in their transformation. It's helping them transform, which is nice because you had to go do that on your own without their help. So the fact that they have you to guide them through theirs is a bit like you had to figure it out on your own. Number 3. Number 9, so the 3rd of September or the 9th of March, but romantic messages. I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. Number 5, so the 6th of May or the 5th of June. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. And that also made me think of, like, if you've heard things about someone else's love story that's making you worry about your own, change the energy, balance out and send good, helpful energy through that thread. Number 4, flipped over, another union card though. So maybe the 10th of April or the 4th of October is important here. But you are my true love, my heart and my soul. It's you. If you don't know that song, look it up. I love that song. It's You by Ali Gatti or Gatti. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And I'll get 2 more because we're doing month ahead. So we'll do 4 for the top row. Month ahead is 4 weeks, so. Oh, there we go, there's my 2. So the 9th of October or the 10th of September, messages about trust. So trust in divine timing. Remember, give it time, let things flow, trust that things are working out for you. Don't judge this, just surrender. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing energy and bringing us closer together. You also might be seeing 1010 a lot, or 999, because you've got 2 9s and 2 10s. But I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. So they know, and they're going through this transformation right now. But number 5 on the bottom as well. So 5 could be significant here. Either May or the 5th is of whatever month is an important date or birthday, whatever. Neither one of us is being honest right now. Why are we afraid to express ourselves? So I think this is them as well, as far as like coming towards you. How I was talking earlier about how this person is a bit stuck in their head about the situation. So it's easier for them to hide in the shadows and watch you on social media than to really come forward right now. All right, so I want to say May and October are important months for your connection. And also just 5. 10, 10 and 5 is important here. All right. Let's see what it is you don't know right now. What's hidden beneath? What don't you know? What's going on behind the scenes? Kicked to the curb. Interesting. So either this person's life, they're kicking people to the curb, or they feel like they've been kicked to the curb by people in their life. Hater. So this is what you don't know. So I think as well, because that snake came out before, and this person is rising from the ashes as that phoenix, and they're burning away any karma and karmic ties to them. Whoever this snake is, I think part of this phoenix phase that they're going through, they're seeing this hater as a snake, that they didn't see it that way. They didn't see things clearly before, and they're kicking them to the curb, and you don't know this. This could have been a close friend of your person, someone that you know of. The person that came to mind is who it is. The person that's a close friend to the person connected to you, that was actually secretly a hater, an enemy masquerading as a friend, that your person's kicking to the curb now, or has already, because they've seen them for who they are, or they're realizing how much this person has kept them stuck in life, and that their loyalties were misaligned here. That's not even from this deck. So this is important. The cold shoulder. Someone is deliberately distancing themselves, hiding dissatisfaction. So I'm thinking as well, because that's from a completely different deck. This is the deck I'm using, and this is the Spill the Tea deck. So this is important. Someone is deliberately distancing themselves. I think your person's kicking this hater to the curb, and they're distancing themselves, and this might be causing a little bit of turmoil, especially if this person that they were loyal to before is quite controlling. I'm seeing someone blowing up your person's phone, trying to make things good again, because it's that whole keep your friends close but your enemies closer. So this person likes to keep your person under their control because they're envious of your person. They're toxic. And your person might have even said to you in the past that they feel like this close friend is toxic. Betrayal. For that to confirm, kicked to the curb. Either this person has shown their true colours, or your person is figuring out that by keeping this person in their life, that this person was unworthy of their trust all along. This is about deceit, about backstabbing, about traitors, kicked to the curb. And your person might have even believed that they betrayed their friend at one point. I'm seeing someone who feels so much guilt, thinking that they've lost their friend forever because they made some mistakes, but really this isn't someone that they should have been friends with at all anyway. But your person felt guilt about some form of betrayal when it came to this close friend, and maybe this close friend kicked your person to the curb for a time. But now the tables have turned and your person's realizing that this isn't someone that they should have in their life, and they're giving them the cold shoulder. They're seeing them as the hater that they always were. I'm seeing this as your person was very controlled by this friend, had very a loyalty to them that was not deserved. So in time, your person has seen this person for the hater, for the snake that they are, and they're distancing themselves because they want their life to be better. They're phoenixing right now. Game over. Game over with this hater. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. So this might even as well, if your person felt like they betrayed this friend in the past and they felt so much guilt for it, and this friend was kind of using that over your person as well as a way of controlling them. If your person is now seeing them for the hater that they are, and that it's game over, their friendship's done, and they're giving them the cold shoulder, they could also see this person as having been an interference in their love story with you, especially if they held this person very dear to their heart and really took their advice. And now they're looking at it like, why the hell did I listen to this person? This person can't even have a decent relationship. Why the hell did I listen to them when it came to my love story? And now they want to fight for you. But I think you don't know this yet. This is all what's happened that you're not aware of. Envy. This person was this friend was so envious of your person, and they used so-called betrayal as a way to control your person, when really they were always the bad friend. But they gave off this air that I don't know, I'm seeing someone that's just so blindly loyal to their friend, and like they owe this friend their life, when this friend should have never been around, because obviously this is a lesson they needed to learn or are learning now, but this is a karmic lesson that had to happen. It was destined to go this way, but it's like they're realizing that this is someone that cannot be a part of their future if they want to change their life, because this person keeps them stuck. I think they're not realizing now very, very much that this person is just secretly jealous of them. All right, so let's get Spill the Tea since that came out. I wonder if any of those cards have mixed in. This person's intention towards you. Circle of drama. I think this friend has caused nothing but drama in your person's life, to be honest. They're drifting apart. Your social circle is full of dramatic changes, so they're getting rid of this person. They're drifting apart, giving this person the cold shoulder. The connection between them is fading. Facade of concern. So again, faking your concern for someone. Someone's concern may not be sincere, hiding ulterior motives. This is this friend that they were loyal to. They might have even made out like they saved your person, they rescued your person, which made your person think they owed their life to this friend, but it was all fake. ulterior motives to keep your person small because they were jealous of them. Even if from an outside perspective, the friend looks successful and like they've got their life together, they didn't. For whatever reason, keeping your person small was because they could see the greatness in your person as well. And they're jealous of it. Breaking news, a surprising revelation will shift your perspective. So something's happened. Some kind of drama in their close circle has happened that has changed their perspective. And they're seeing this person for who they really are. And I think that it's making them have a lot of realizations about different things that have happened in their life while they've had this friend around. Bad influence. So TikTok just picked that song Distance again. Just as bad influence flipped out. So it could have even been a situation where this friend took your person away, like physically away to so that there's actual physical distance between you. As like their savior. And for a long time, your person felt like this person, they owe their life to this person because they saved them, when really they took them away from you as a way of controlling them with false promises, false concern. And I think your person's seen through this now. I think there's a big change happening in your person's life right now. This is what you can't see. This person claiming to be a friend, doing things for the best interest of your friend. No, it was to keep control of them because they had envy. And as well, I'm seeing bad influence. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. Your person sees that now too, whether it's gambling, substances, bad finances, everything. It could be all of that in combination. Your person is drifting apart from this person because they know that this person's a bad influence on them. And two, I just heard it, if this person is in a better financial position than your person, but your person's trying to keep up with them, they know that your person isn't in a position to be spending money like they throw money away because they're in a position that they can. So another way of manipulating and keeping your person small. Because if they can never afford anything, because they're always trying to spend like this friend spends, then they can't ever get out of the situation because their finances are always a mess. This is gross energy. But your person's definitely making some changes here. Unspoken tension. So I think the tension has been building for a long time. Tensions lurk beneath the surface. Smoke and mirrors. This whole friendship was smoke and mirrors. This person was never truly your person's real friend. They just benefited from your friend being so loyal to them. It might not be, it's like, you know how someone is a gold digger and they'll use someone for money. They weren't using your person for money, but they were using them for loyalty. A good little soldier. If I make them think that they owe me their life and they feel like they have to burn the world for me, I can control them and they can't have a better life than me. Jealousy really causes people to do some nasty things. I think your person's not fooled by the appearances anymore. And I think this friend note can see your person pulling away. But it was supposed to happen this way. Alright, so how does this person view you in the connection, please? Inner child healing. So they know that healing and karma needed to be done here. They might have even received a lot of karma for how they treated you. And it's almost like they know every time something bad happened to them, they're like, I'm getting karma because I treated my person like crap. But they see you as having psychic abilities. I think they also, because they are watching you on social media and they've seen your transformation, I think they see you as having done a lot of work on yourself, and that you're also tapping into your psychic abilities. Telepathy. So maybe they think you can read their mind. Maybe they're a bit freaked out by your abilities. So maybe as well you predicted things or called them on things that they weren't ready to face yet. And now that those things are happening, they're like, whoa, they told me this would happen, or they said they had a bad feeling about this person, or, you know, I should have listened to them. So they feel like perhaps with this inner child healing that trauma or wounding that you had from your childhood caused you to be hot and cold with them. But I'm hearing as well that they know that they were hot and cold with you. It's like 1 minute they're so madly in love with you and do anything for you, and then the next minute it's like all over Red Rover. Mirroring. So this person could be quite tapped in too. If they think that you're mirroring each other, they could feel like you see them as quite psychically gifted too. You might have even said to them you're magic, or they might have even said what you're thinking, and you'd go, whoa, that's exactly what I was thinking. How'd you know? So they might think that you mirror each other as far as your psychic abilities go. But Dark Night of the Soul, I think maybe they're wondering if you can pick up that they're going through a lot right now. They're going through this Phoenix period. I think that if they see you as having these psychic abilities and that you're mirroring, maybe they also think that you can pick up that they're going through something right now, something life-changing. But they know they abandoned you. And they might have even felt abandoned by you, even though they know logically that they did that to you. But I love you underneath that. Let's see what they want to say to you. What does this person want to say to you? I tried to replace you, but it didn't work out because I'm madly in love with you and I was fighting it. I know this is divine. I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very insecure. See, acting out of fear and ego. I'm going to put a ring on it when the time is right. Please unblock me. Yeah, that's me calling you from an unknown number. You might be getting some funny numbers trying you at the moment. But I'm planning a romantic date, or we can Netflix and chill like old times. I want to cook for you, no strings. And not no strings as in like a booty call, but no strings as in like taking the pressure off of you they want to spoil you, basically. And you did get that, get ready to be wined and dined. All right, one more. Karmic partner interference. So I think that this is this friend. And I went to go say family, so family could have been a karmic interference here as well. Do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. So they're just in their head, they're stuck in their head a bit at the moment. All right, I'll get a couple of these and then we'll get a timing card. What is this person's intention towards you? I am addicted to you. So that could even be their obsessive thoughts about you. They need to get out of that obsessive thought pattern so they can actually take it from just being in their head to an actual reality. Definitely. They definitely need to get out of their head. But they definitely want to come towards you. I don't want to lose you flipped over. Now is not the time, so they need to clear this energy, especially if they're going through this right now. I think we should slow down, but I think it's because they need to take it slow because of the Phoenix that they're going through right now. Let me have you. That's 2 sevens, so that's important. July's important here. I worry about us a lot. So again, they're overthinking mind, and I miss you. Do you? Do you miss them? And 8, so August could be significant here. So maybe the 15th of July is important. That's in 2 days. And August. But they want to bring clarity to the situation. Okay, let's see if I can fit in a timing card. 2. Faster than you think, so maybe it will be on the 15th of July. And in a few days, there you go, 15th of July, mark it.